Do the countdown, man.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Greetings, citizens! You're now trapped in the nerd cage with your hosts Mark and Jay. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Hello and welcome. That's right, you're trapped in Nerd Cage Live. This ain't just a reaction show, but a debate show and a live discussion on everything that makes people like you and I tick. So thank you for joining us tonight on tonight's Rocky Watch Party. I'm 35 now. I'm your co-host, Jay St. G, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, Syracuse, New York. And always among us, our moderator and trollhammer, stronger than the DK Banana Slammer, Joe from Fallen One Gaming, and always with me, the warrior from Wakanda, the fiend from Louisville, my man, Mark Withers. What's going on, dude?
Hey, what's going on? Super excited to be here on actually the day after your birthday, but on this special Rocky Watch Party. We know that Rocky is your favorite movie of all time. It's one of my favorites. It's very high up here, so I'm very excited to watch this with you and our special panel here that we have tonight.
Yes. So, in the red corner with Mark and myself, we got Dion from Off the Beaten Podcast. What's shaking, bro?
That's a good question. My ass. That's about it.
Always good to have you. Great friend of the channel. Super grateful for you to be here, spending your Thursday evening with me on my birthday. And then over on the blue corner, we got the TokuTitanCast people. We got the host of TokuTitanCast, Davis TitanGoji Below. How's it going, dude?
Everything's going fantastic. I am home for these next few weeks for Christmas, and nonetheless, ready for some Rocky.
Amen,
also,
my friend.
Happy belated birthday. 35 years young, dude. That's awesome.
Keyword young. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you got
Enjoy
birthday
it
coming
while
up
it
soon, too.
Yeah, the 27th.
Yes. I have that noted. Of course, also the blue corner, technically making his second appearance here on NerdCage Live, but you guys wouldn't know it. We got Shay Smithers, a.k.a. GojiraShay1991. How you doing, my friend?
Doing very well, sir. It's an honor to be joining you on this stream.
Thank you. No, it means the world to me. You are a fantastic supporter of NerdCage Live. You're a great friend of the channel, and you are a supporter of TokuTitanCast as well. We appreciate You're like one of those loyal followers we know. And of course, we got our dear friend, and we had to bring an Italian in here. It's only appropriate. We got Valerie. Thank you for coming in, Valerie. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Jay. Happy birthday, 35.
Thank you.
It's a bit of a waste for me, so.
Yeah, sure, brag about it. But no, Valerie, thank you for your ongoing support. We see you on the Twitch streams. We see you on all the NerdCage streams. And obviously on TokuTitanCast. So really appreciate everybody being here. Basically the day after my birthday, but still, we're watching my all-time favorite movie, Rocky. So that being said, let's go around the circle real quick, starting with Dion. Just where can people find you and your general thoughts of the original Rocky, which just hit 45 years?
Damn. You know what? All things, just check me out at www.offthebeatenpodcast.com. I'll leave that right there. Other than that, Rocky, I mean, come on now. This movie is just amazing in every single way, right? You got a love story. You have an underdog story. You got some just greatness, right? You got some muscle. Bare-chested Sylvester Stallone. Come on now. I think of myself as a heterosexual male, but I would rub those pecs any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. So, I mean, it's got everything. It's a classic film. You know, kind of going back to some of us, I think most of us saw Rocky 4 recently, right? At least that director's cut and such. I mean, this thinking when this movie was made, right? We still look to this movie as a standard of a boxing movie, of a movie about an underdog overcoming, a bum, going from a bum to a king, all those things. So Gilding the Lily, it's a great movie. I'm so excited. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you guys. Happy birthday. And this is about to be awesome. And I'm about to pop a gummy.
Awesome. Hey, Joe from Fall 1 Gaming, just your general thoughts on Rocky, and who do we have in the chat tonight?
All right, in the chat tonight, we have Toku Punk Productions. We have Byron Kingsley, Paul Tackett's in the chat. Derek from Bonus Commentary, Betty Rage, and Cindy Lou.
Thank you very much for everyone to being here.
Cast here. Yeah, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Yes, and as for Rocky, the only thing I can really say is it's a masterpiece of cinema. And if you haven't seen it, which I think Byron said he never saw it or hasn't watched it yet, which should be amazing tonight. I mean, this movie surpasses every bar. So this is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Absolutely. Davis TitanGoji Below. I'm sure most of NerdCage Nations knows who you are, but go ahead, tell them where they can find you and your thoughts on the original classic Oscar-winning Rocky.
Alrighty, so hello everyone. Once again, I'm Davis Below, also known as TitanGoji. You can find me on YouTube, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And you can support me on Patreon and TeePublic if you like. And I already talked about this on the Rocky ranking video for NerdCage Live. And just to pretty much break down what I said earlier, the original Rocky is a masterpiece. It's a movie that it still holds up incredibly well. It's a movie that pretty much transcends the medium itself, to where it's just a movie about life, and that's just outstanding.
Absolutely, very well said. GojiraShay1991, again, thank you for being here. Where can people find? I know you're on Twitter. I know you got a YouTube channel in the works. But go ahead, tell our NerdCage Nation a little bit about yourself and what Rocky means to you as well.
Alrighty, I'm a lifelong nerd, a big movie, video game, TV show nerd, and book reader. So you know it. I'm probably a big fan of it. And besides YouTube, as Jay mentioned, I haven't really had the chance to start on that yet, but I would like to sometime very soon. I apologize in advance. I posted a video probably back around June or July saying I was starting, and I haven't started anything. I did that before I was probably ready to start being on camera, but I'm starting to get a little more confident about it. So yeah, expect it to finally happen soon. You can also find me on TikTok. I do a lot of funny stuff there.
Excellent. Yes. By the way, before we move on to Valerie, I love your Clubber Lang TikTok video.
That was great.
We loved it. Just saying. Oh my gosh. I want to ask you right here, right now. We plan on doing a live look back of Rocky 3 in May. Would it be all right if we use your Clubber Lang video as our intro?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you. I just want to get your permission so you don't sue me for stealing your footage.
Not at all, sir. You can go right ahead and have it.
I appreciate that. Valerie, I know you are a lifelong Godzilla fan, and you're a big supporter of NerdCage Nation and TokuTitanCast. So go ahead, tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what Rocky means to you as well, Valerie.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter and all the other social medias like Instagram and TikTok at ValerieGothic. That's my main username I use. I'm also in the Discord of TitanGojis, so you can find me there if you are able to access the Discord. Rocky, it's one of my favorites. I don't know if there's anything else I can say about the movie that hasn't been said, but I saw it like at a really young age, and I still love it to this day. So
awesome,
excellent,
and that's kind of amazing to me because I'm quite a bit older than pretty much everyone here, and for a movie to come out when it did and have that impact on a generation as young as yours is really impressive to me. So awesome. I'm glad that we have a movie here ahead of us that we all really enjoy.
Like I said, it transcends time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well said by everybody here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get ready to start the movie. Dion, because he's got that very sexy, smooth OnlyFans voice. So you're going to give us a countdown from 10. We're all going to hit play. But before we start the movie, in honor of Mr.
Don't
Stallone.
do it, Jay. Don't do it.
Oh, man.
Oh, hell no.
All right, we need 5 more.
Yeah, 5 more.
Go big or go home.
Oh, so gross.
I got to spread this through the whole week. But yeah,
so gross.
I am ready. So, all right, so let me get my pointer or my controller ready here. So is everybody ready to hit play? Everyone ready for the countdown?
One second. My HBO Max froze. For
yeah, just let me know when everybody's ready, and Dion will give the countdown.
I'm almost ready, though. I am almost ready.
Okay, no problem.
Oh no. Okay.
at the MGM logo, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
All right.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready.
And everybody, the timer on screen is going to be synced up right here. So timer on the screen is where we're synced up with the movie. All right, Dion, I think we're ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So we're going to say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
All right. That classic MGM growl. All right, let me turn my volume up here. Yeah, I got my headphones on, so it's going to be like... Ooh. The beginning, I always get... Every time I hear that Bill Conti score, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's me from 2 months ago.
I was going to say that. this Spider right here that he's fighting? Spider Rico?
Yes.
I almost said it, Jay. I almost did it. You know what I almost did.
The thing I appreciate about this movie too, it's that it's in real time. They give us the day before I believe it's the day before Thanksgiving, and then we get Christmas, and then New Year's Day where the final fight takes place. Again, for everyone in the chat here, this is just a hangout. So, you know, we're just probably going to be talking about everything here. We'll probably talk about the movie, what we got coming up, you know. This is just a hangout.
Byron says Jesus died for your boxing gloves.
He don't look like he gonna make another round.
Remember, this is before Mickey started training him properly.
Right.
So he's very
gassed.
He's not just, he's not conditioned. He's not conditioned properly.
Right.
I see what you
everything,
mean.
Yeah, everything about him is different here. Like just like the way he stands, like just like his entire approach.
Leading with that chin,
like,
though.
Yeah, exactly. Voluntarily just taking the shots.
I see what you had meant earlier, Dion. Rocky's face is already starting to look a little banged up and bruised.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, the headbutt. I just love it. Just like, that's it. I think, obviously, Rocky didn't want to hurt the man. They know they're getting paid to do this. He didn't want to hurt him, but since after that headbutt, he's just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
So, Mark, when are you going to watch that Rocky IV director's cut?
When I have time, man. You know me, I'm always busy.
Yeah, I know.
So,
we're dying to hear your reaction, dude, for real.
Yeah, I'll get to it. This was a stacked week, you know, like with Hawkeye, and then of course Spider-Man coming out. Like we got a lot to view and talk about. So
a lot of content. You guys still need to see Looney Porn. I'm just saying it. That's the wildest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you need to give us your first rapid review.
Oh,
yeah,
terrible.
Do a review for us. Was it terrible?
Terrible.
How did I know?
So Monday, I took my mother to see Being the Ricardos. For those who don't know, it's a movie about Lucille Ball, and so Nicole Kidman plays Lucy. Javier Bardem plays Ricky Ricardo. Desmond, I don't remember his real name, but
Desi Arnaz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I took my mother because she's from that era. She loves I Love Lucy, so she enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's in theaters now, but it will be on Amazon Prime Monday.
It's also coming to Paramount Plus. So
really, so Amazon and Paramount.
Yeah, so I have access to a buddy of mine's Paramount Plus, and they've been he's got the one where it has commercials, and they've been throwing commercials about it on there. So
wow,
yeah, it's worth a watch. I'm not gonna rave and say it's a top 10 movie this year, but I'd say it's worth the time. Nicole Kidman's proven that she still got it. I mean, she never lost it, but she's still top tier actress in Hollywood. And I wouldn't be surprised if she gets a nom. She's not going to win, but don't be surprised if she gets nominated for an Oscar. I don't think she'll win, but I think she's worthy of a nomination for that role. playing.
I hear a lot of people talking about Javier Bardem.
Oh my god! I completely
Arnaz.
forgot. Like, I mean, I know he's been in like No Country for Old Men and Skyfall.
Sure.
But man,
Dune.
talk about acting range. Like, he was phenomenal. He's gonna get some recognition too.
Yeah.
I would have really liked to have seen Javier Bardem play Immortus for the MCU.
Yeah.
That's right. Shea Smithers is the casting guy.
Yeah. I could picture him actually playing the Beyonder if they ever bring the Beyonder into the MCU.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I just
So is Frank in this scene? Where is Frank? Point him up.
Yeah, Frank Stallone wrote this
Yeah, there's
song.
Frank right there.
Nice.
Yeah, he wrote the song.
Was he the one in the light brown coat?
When did that fall out of favor? Just hanging out around the fire.
I know.
Did it fall out of favor?
I don't know. They said they're in New York. They don't do it in Chicago no more. That's the
I don't know.
fastest way to get handcuffs now. They're like, it's a fire.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, like that was a thing. Like cats hanging out in the corner around the fire was like a thing you saw all the time.
Right.
I wonder if they did an ordinance or something.
I don't know. I mean, now that you say that, I haven't seen that in years. But like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, people still do that. You know.
Big Jack, thank you. Thank you very much, Big Jack. Means the world to me. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate the birthday wishes.
Hey, Big Jack.
So, Jack.
Nope.
I understand, Jack. We all pull for you. We all appreciate you, and yes, thank you so much, Jack. So,
Hey,
fun
Jay,
fact: Cuff and Link, those are really Stallone's turtles, and yes, they are still alive.
They're in Creed. They're in first Creed movie.
Yeah, and they're in Rocky Balboa. They're in Rocky Balboa and Creed. Those are Stallone's pet turtles, still kicking.
Wow. Hey, Jay, I got a list of actors here that I'm looking at here on some trivia page of actors who almost were Rocky instead of Stallone.
Go ahead. Let her rip.
It's got Warren Beatty, James Caan, Gene Hackman, Jack Nicholson, Paul Newman, Ryan O'Neal, Al Pacino, Robert Redford, and Burt Reynolds.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they really wanted it for Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds was keen to do it, but Stallone was like, yeah, if I let that happen and then this becomes a huge hit, I won't be able to forgive myself. So he was adamant that like, hey, I want to play Rocky.
Yeah.
To address the question in the chat from Jack, I'm not saying a word about Spider-Man until Monday. I'm not going to say whether if I liked it or hated it or anything. Yes, I did see it, but listen, if you want to hear all my thoughts, I will reveal everything on Monday. Be there. I'm not saying a word about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm going to do a first impression. I saw it too. I'm going to do a first impression on TikTok. It'll just be 30 seconds, no spoilers, just let you know like what I thought of it and just a quick rating.
I would have gone out to see it, but all the showtimes would have overlapped with this stream.
Mm-hmm.
Joe from Follow On Gaming, if anybody posts any Spider-Man spoilers in the chat, send them the timeout. Don't ban them, send them the timeout.
Send me after him.
Yeah.
Foo flops. Try to get the foo flops.
Let's just unleash Davis.
Get the foo flops.
Yeah, if Davis goes after them, we're never seeing them again.
Okay, so fun trivia. Mark, I know Mark knows. Do you guys know where Stallone got Italian Stallion from?
I do. I want to say it, no.
Yeah.
Yes, Sly was a porn star before Rocky. So.
Yep.
Oh.
And he's not the only action star that started in porn, just saying, but he's probably one of the more prominent ones. Again, Stallone was broke. He did background work.
Needed money.
Yeah, so.
Isn't that what they always say? I needed the money.
Mm-hmm.
I think Family Guy did a joke on that at some point.
So did, what's that TV? Big Mouth on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love Big Mouth.
Oh, Jay, there's a trivia thing here for Adrian too.
Yeah.
It says Susan Sarandon auditioned for Adrian, but she was deemed too attractive for the part.
Yeah.
She would have been good, but I'm glad it was Talia Shire. But
Yeah, she improv'd her entire audition. Just walked in dressed like that. They had no plans for her to look, for the character to look like that. She walked in looking exactly how we see her right now, and she improv'd her entire audition. And on the strength of that, they gave her the part right there.
That's what's up.
And that's really Sly's dog. That is Buckus Stallone was really Sly's dog.
So Big Jack Films says Stallone was almost Batman in the early 2000s. I had heard something about this. I actually saw this in a documentary, I think, about the making of that Batman movie. Has anybody heard that before? And do you guys know why?
No, but I know he was almost Superman. We talked about that in our Superman look. But Mark, go ahead.
I think
I was asking. I don't know.
No, I didn't know that, but I remember that Stallone was in consideration for Christopher Reeve's part. Wasn't
really?
He?
I know he was in consideration for. Wasn't he in consideration for Han Solo? Like he auditioned for Han Solo, and then Spielberg just looked at him and just no. Or I'm sorry, Lucas just looked at him and said no.
No, that I didn't know.
Yeah, I may be confusing it. You may be right. It may be Superman, but I could have sworn that it was Star Wars that he auditioned for.
Okay. This scene right here, where he's the guy gives him his coat. This was the very, very, very first scene that they ever filmed for Rocky. This was the first scene they've ever filmed.
I think it would be funny in an alternate universe to be able to see Batman versus Superman, Stallone versus Nick Cage.
I don't think I actually have seen Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd movie before.
Dude, it's bad.
Speaking of
I
Star
love
Wars,
Stallone. He's my Lord and Savior. It's not good.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those bad but good type movies. It's feel good if you're a kid growing up, but that's about the.
Speaking of bad but good movies, Joe, I just want to thank TitanGoji real quick for that successful charity stream. I want to do a NerdCage charity stream next year for next Christmas. Cheesy movies for charity. We're gonna watch 5 bad but great movies for charity.
All right.
Yeah. I'm thinking Batman and Robin, Superman 4, and 3 other ones. Bad but movies that we can
That's gonna be an endurance trial right there.
If I could make a suggestion.
Yes.
Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Absolutely, yes.
You guys are masochists.
Come on, remember in Rocky 3? But for charity. It's for
Oh my God. It's not how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep going.
He was paid.
Actually, it's funny you guys mentioned Dredd. I literally just picked up the 4K disc of Dredd with Carl Urban this week.
Carl Urban, yeah.
I love that movie, though.
Yeah, I picked that up, and I also picked up all 3 John Wick movies on 4K.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I need to pick up the Raid movies sometime soon.
Yes! Oh my God, Raid!
Do it.
What movie?
The
Raid. Martial arts movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Dion, do yourself a favor. You're a martial artist. Watch the Raid.
Okay.
You will thank us.
It also has Mike Shinoda as the composer, for the music.
Oh, cool! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park.
Nice.
Jay, Davis, and Val, I just realized there's a few times now that I've said, "Oh wow," without even realizing.
I do that all the time too. Oh
hey,
wow.
Where's Cole? Where is Cole?
Where is Cole?
probably at work, but he's always here in spirit.
I should have broke your thumbs.
Why is that guy like always roasting him? Like, is there a reason? Like, is there a backstory behind that?
I think he's just a jerk. Yeah.
Well, the
Just a
thing
jerk.
is, you know, they know Rocky is limited, you know, and I think they just, you know, they look down on him, which is a good point you bring up, Mark, because I remember Brian talked about it on our ranking video that, you know, the guys from the doc are not his friends. You know, they basically use him.
He has no friends.
Yeah, they use him because he's a muscle. They use him. They pay
Yeah.
him, but they're using him for as a muscle.
Right.
To do this dirty, you know, their dirty work, basically. By the way, I just love how this movie just captures the atmosphere of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia in the mid '70s.
Oh, kissing.
I love this locker.
Me, when I can't remember my locker combo when I went to school.
I have a gym locker and I have a work locker, and both of my combinations are similar. And I get confused all the time.
There you go, Val. You should have just done that. Grab the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can picture Valerie
No, because you
lifting
gotta
a
freak
fire
it
extinguisher.
with freaking the glass and everything. That too.
Just so since we got all these people in the chat, just a friendly reminder, Monday is going to be our Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler discussion. Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hope everybody can be there. You have plenty of time to watch Spider-Man before we do our live stream.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty to talk about. So, you know, if you've seen it and you have some questions that are spoiler free, feel free to hit us up. You know, on the Facebook discussion group, just comment and we'll bring it up during the live stream.
Yes, we're gonna talk the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Here we go.
I love Mickey.
Ever.
One of my favorite characters.
Mean old man.
I can hear the movie from someone's end.
Yeah, I can too.
I have my volume down, so it's not me.
God, he's great in everything. He was great in Grumpy Old Men, Twilight Zone, you know, where he breaks his glasses, and Penguin.
Yeah, Batman.
He was in a few other Twilight Zone episodes
Yeah, I
besides
think
that
he did
one.
like three or four Twilight Zones.
Yeah.
I think the only other movie I've seen him is Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do like that movie a lot.
Oh, it's great.
So Byron Kingsley says, I did not care for the MCU Spidey trilogy. That's fair. I mean, I didn't, out of all of the different Spider-Man iterations, that's my least favorite. I do like those movies, but I personally think Tobey Maguire is better.
Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man, hands down.
Okay.
Not even by a little bit, like a lot. Because he's so, like, cute and dumb at the same time. but smart. That's what my dad would call a smart dumb kid.
He looks like a high schooler.
Yeah, he looks right.
Because Andrew and Toby were like men, you know,
in their 30s, like while they're playing a high school kid. The best was like in Spider-Man 1, what's the guy's name? Joe Manganiello.
Yes!
Played Flash Thompson. He was like very clearly in his 30s at the time.
So, funny story. I'm sure you guys know. You guys know a story about how one of the PAs paid Joe Manganiello to accidentally punch Tobey Maguire.
Oh no, I heard about that.
Okay, yeah. So real quick, Toby. In case for those who don't know, Toby's a monster to work with, and so one of the PAs walked up to Joe Manganiello and says, "Hey, when you guys do that high school fight scene, just accidentally punch him for us, please." And he slipped him $100. He's like, "Do it."
Oh wow!
So when they're getting ready to film that scene, they're all like eyeballing Joe. Joe, like, are you gonna do it?
I take it he wound up not doing it.
No, he didn't do it, but they're like, but man, I just can't imagine, like.
Yeah.
Just do it once. It'll be all right. He'll live.
Yeah, he'll live.
He won't die.
It'll build character.
Has anybody seen Jessica Chastain's Molly's Game?
Have not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Dion. Scott Pilgrim, what's his nuts? Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
You know who Michael Cera was supposed to be in Molly's Game? Tobey Maguire.
Oh, nice.
Michael Cera was supposed to be Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
His character was Tobey Maguire in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just to paint a picture of how awful that man is in real life.
Oh, Jay, we have a mention of Tom Holland and Uncharted next year.
Oh, God.
Please.
I'm skipping that movie.
Yeah.
And here's Paulie.
The unsung hero of the entire franchise. Yep. This guy is so good.
The only real boxer there, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, a few of them have boxed, right? Within that actual franchise. A few of the people that have been in.
Yeah.
Are you just talking about this first movie?
I'm just talking about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only actual boxer.
No,
I think.
Tony Burton.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tony Burton is in this.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, Tony Burton, Burt Young, Carl Weathers played for the LA Raiders. Who else? Oh yeah, Joe Frazier has his cameo in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: Joe Frazier auditioned for Clubber Lang.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, and if you guys are familiar with boxer Ken Norton, he was originally supposed to play Apollo Creed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
look him up.
I knew Apollo was based on Muhammad Ali, but yeah, not that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's obvious the way he fights, which he replicates beautifully, by the way, and of course the I want you, like, and then he says, and then he also did the whole 3. I'm gonna knock him out in 3, which is another thing that Ali used to do. He used to like, make his predictions, before a fight. I'm gonna knock this guy out in such and such round. Man, I just love the character of Apollo Creed.
I was just gonna say I loved that scene at that one Academy Awards when Ali came up behind Sylvester Stallone was going, "I'm the real Apollo Creed. You stole my shit."
Yes. Listen, if I was alive in 1977 and I saw that on TV, I would have lost my mind.
Oh, for sure.
I would have lost my mind.
I guess Ali really approved of the movie. I guess he really felt that he captured him very well in the Apollo Creed performance.
And And that's really classy of Ali, because he easily could have been like, "F you, you copied me," and blah blah. No, he was cool about it.
Yeah, I feel like of Ali, that it was a subtle take, right? Subtle take on him. Yeah.
Man, listen, if you guys are interested, one of my favorite documentaries ever made, it's called When We Were Kings. It's about the Ali George Foreman fight. Oh my god!
Yes, yeah, I've seen it.
Best documentary ever made.
There's another Ali documentary I've been meaning to see for a few years now, but it's all his living opponents talking about fighting him. So he's not he's the topic, but it's all his opponents talking. So that's the one I've been wanting to see for a couple years now.
Was that the one that was on HBO?
I might have been.
Okay, this scene. We talked about this, Mark. Look at the camera work. He's walking her several blocks. Right. And they kept it in one take. And they kept the focus on them.
Yeah. This is only the second movie in history to use a Steadicam. There was one other movie.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, the cinematographer on this, Garrett Brown, he invented the Steadicam, and he wanted to use it in this.
The bad word. The rep. They don't remember your name. They just remember the rep.
A little whore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Marie show up again in a later movie?
Yes.
In
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, Rocky 6. Yep.
I'm a marathon in the movie.
Hanging out with them coconuts.
I got no boyfriend.
Yo-yo friends.
Hey, those are pearls right there.
Yep.
You gotta be a creepo.
Right.
A creepo.
Act like a horror would turn into one.
He was dropping knowledge. You know, you gotta be a creepo.
Right.
Oh, that's rough.
It is pretty sad, though. He was really genuinely trying to help her.
Right. Yeah. Well, no one's nice to him at all, except for Polly at that time.
And that's kind of stretching it a bit with Polly. Yeah.
Right.
This is the beauty. This really happens in boxing. When you have a fight lined up and someone gets hurt, your opponent gets hurt or they got to cancel for whatever reason. And it's just so freaky how history repeats itself because I've talked about this before. When Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua a couple years ago, which I lost my fucking mind when that happened. It's funny how that happened because it was supposed to be Big Baby Miller. He's from Brooklyn. I loved Big Baby Miller, but he fucked up. He got caught with steroids, and he got booted from that fight. He lost $8 million. So you're talking 4 or 5 weeks out. They needed a replacement. They called Andy Ruiz. He comes in to replace Big Baby Miller and knocks Joshua out at Madison Square Garden.
Worked Joshua. Worked him.
He knocked him down 3 times.
I watched that fight.
I lost my mind. I ran downstairs. At the time, I just broke up with my girlfriend, so I was living at my parents' house for a couple months. And I'm watching in my bedroom with with the volume down low. And then I run downstairs. I'm like, Dad, the champ is down. And he just stared at me. He's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, this fat Mexican just knocked down the champ.
Worked him. Bad.
That's just funny because Andy Ruiz was like, listen, I'm not body shaming, but he don't look like a boxer, okay? And like Anthony Joshua was like this picture perfect, like Adonis, like this Greek god of a body, and Andy Ruiz is like this dude who just rolled off just knocked his ass out, dude. I couldn't believe it. But anyway,
hey,
it's
that's
just
how
freaky.
it is. Yeah.
But it's just freaky how that lines up with this movie. Like, it's exactly what happened in this movie, basically, where this guy, this unknown fighter, you know, shakes up the champ, you know?
I've learned over time, I'm sure Mark has learned this many times, it's not the guy who looks like he's the best. It's that cat, the cat you don't suspect. He's like,
exactly.
Boop, 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 boop. 10 punches later, you're like, damn, that dude's good.
But,
Jay, check out Byron Kingsley's newest comment in the chat.
Oh boy, behave yourself.
There are rumors out there that there is another Rocky movie in development where Rocky trains a Mexican guy. I don't know how I feel about that. And then, of course, Dion, you confirmed because you saw the interview. There is a Rocky prequel series in development. I don't know how I feel about that either.
We need a Mickey prequel.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like, we need a young
1920s, 1930s Mickey.
Yes.
I would love that. Edward Norton is my pick. Edward Norton's my pick.
I think you need somebody younger than that, though. Like, you need somebody that's like in their 20s. Yeah, but just cast somebody younger.
Yeah.
Probably somebody fresh and new, you know, especially for that venture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cindy says, in the horse world, a stallion is an ungelded horse. The leadership role in the herds belongs to the boss mare.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. He could be the Italian boss mare.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Which doesn't have quite the same ring to it as Italian.
Yeah, doesn't have as much zazz.
Not that I would ever lower my standards or my moral compass to ever look at a channel like Pornhub. But if I did, there are a lot of stallions on there. I'm just saying.
A lot of ungelded horses. Huh?
A lot of ungelded horses. I'm just saying. Not that I know that from direct. You know, I've heard.
Right.
I've heard.
Yeah. Word on the street.
Word on the street is.
I love this scene too. He just just amazing how he just picked his name out, basically out of random.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch Duke here. Watch Duke. He's trying to protect his guy. Yo, don't face no southpaw.
Well, that happens all the time. That's why I have a hard time watching boxing because of all the business that's dirty. You know, the boxers are great. It's the business behind it. It just really,
yeah. Yeah, but there's been a lot of good matches, boxing matches this year. That all this, like Terrence Crawford just beat the shit out of Sean Porter. Like, oh my god, that was a great fight.
Yeah.
Dude, Terrence Crawford is, oh my god, dude. I'm going to say right here, I know this is blasphemous. I think he's better than Mayweather ever was. Because Crawford puts dudes away. Mayweather fights not to lose. He's just defensive. Let's it go the whole distance. No. Crawford puts guys away. He puts them away early, dude. Like, Crawford is a finisher. It's just, holy smokes, man. Oh my god. I think him and Canelo are the two pound for pound best right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then we just saw that Australian dude, George Kambosos, just beat Teofimo Lopez and took all his titles that he got from Lomachenko. This part's funny, but at the same time, it's kind of upsetting.
Seeing how dysfunctional Paulie and Dave's relationship is.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be so awkward for Rocky. He basically lied to Rocky saying she was ready to go and this, and that. But
this is great.
Oh no! That bird don't fly, G.
Why would you do that?
But he made sure to keep some for himself, though.
Yeah. If there is much weight on it.
I ain't talked to no door before.
Let's go get some Peking duck, girl.
I can't say anything. That's probably about as smooth as I can get with a girl.
In this group, you're not alone. I promise.
Right.
Not alone.
This is NerdCage for a reason.
Right. You're amongst nerds.
You're not alone.
We all feel your pain.
We all wish we could be like Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with all those crazy pickup lines.
Right. Scott Bannock's in the chat, Jay.
Scotty!
So, Scott.
Dear friend. He was supposed to be with us tonight. He was supposed to be with us tonight on screen, but he couldn't get the night off from work. But to me, it's Thursday. I love that line.
That says a lot about his life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's Thanksgiving, but he doesn't have anybody, so it's just Thursday to him.
It's Thursday, yeah. Thanks for that depressing note, Mark. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, just picking up what he's putting down.
So Mark, that's you talked about this scene.
Yeah. So in the original script, it was just supposed to be a normal skating scene with a bunch of people skating around, and the actual rink was supposed to be open, but they didn't have enough money in the budget for extras. So they rented out the rink, and then they wrote into the script that it was closed. They wrote this scene in, which was probably one of the smartest things that they could have done, because this scene actually gives us, some insight into both characters, and actually sets up the relationship, sets up like the dynamics of the relationship.
And the focus is primarily on them, like there's
Yes.
no other.
Damn, what was $10 in like 1976? I wonder. It's probably like $50 now.
I was
gonna say.
You just mentioned inflation just now. So this movie grossed $226 million at the box office. If this were to inflation for today, that's over $1 billion. This movie, if this was released today, it would have been a $1 billion film.
Yeah, it was made for less than $1 million, right? Yeah. It was made for like like 900,000 or something like that.
Yeah. That was
the proviso, because the producers of the movie they had it written in their contract with United Artists that they could greenlight any project that they want sight unseen as long as they kept the budget under $1 million. And so that's how they wound up getting this movie made.
Yeah. Lois explains Southpaw.
Yeah.
So, fun fact about my family history. Two of my great grandparents were actually boxers.
Wow,
that explains everything.
Yeah,
that explains everything.
If you Google Frankmadol and Humadol, you'll find a decent amount of stuff actually from way back then.
Nice.
But Hugh, he like in a span of 4 years, he partook in 260 fights and won all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was no joke.
Yeah.
Also, I love this line coming up here where he talks about his nose. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I would have slipped if that was me right there.
Oh, several times I would have.
I wonder how many takes that took.
Damn. Jeez. Iconic line coming up.
Oh.
Hey,
yo.
Hey, yo.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to refresh my drink real quick.
Yes, I'll be right back, too.
All right.
Nature calls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Davis. Earlier when Jay was talking about Michael Cera, on one of his Twitch streams when him and Joe were playing the game, we were fan casting actors for a TokuTitanCast movie. He was wondering who would be Sean, and I suggested Michael Cera for him.
Yes. Hey guys, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Cinema of Japan. Shout out to Japanese cinema.
I apologize in advance if you're watching this.
I'm sure Sean would he'd take that as a compliment.
Who would play Cole?
Cole already said he wanted Jim Carrey to play him.
Yeah.
He was lucky enough to be in the chat when we mentioned that, so.
Don't tell Jay this, but Godzilla vs. Hedorah is actually a good movie.
Who would play Big Jack in a TokuTitanCast movie?
Oh God.
Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt should play Jack, Big Jack.
Oh my God.
You wouldn't watch it, Jay. Come on.
He's got too many roles now.
I mean, if Timothy Chalamet started bulking, then
Yeah, he's a tiny dude.
I think I remember I suggested Jason Mewes for you, Jay.
Who would play me?
Jason Mewes. That's what I said.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And for you, Mark, I think I suggested the guy who played villain Black Manta, Aquaman, for you.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, Yahya Abdul-Mateen the second.
Oh, wait.
If Jay is Jason Mewes, does that mean I'm Kevin Smith?
Oh, I think I remember I suggested Kevin James for you, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Well,
Dion,
I
got a good one for Dion. I say it should be Mahershala Ali.
Good Lord.
and Jung should be Tony.
Actually, I saw Jason Mewes perform stand-up before.
A cupcake sounds great right now. Fuck.
I got sun chips.
Oh, nice job.
I'm trying. If I'm gonna snack on anything, I'm trying to like not eat like very naughty snacks.
Look at that chest. That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that damn apartment, man. Look at that couch.
Oh, that lampshade. Oh, that light shade right there.
That'd be like an antique nowadays.
Oh, man.
That apartment's definitely never going to die down with
It's Gamera.
For now.
Actually, no. The Ninja Turtles before they mutated.
You know, Jay, Gamera is a lot like Rocky. He gets beaten down, but he gets back up and keeps going. So I figured that would make you like Gamera more. It
Listen,
doesn't make
Shay,
sense.
do not insult Rocky by comparing him to the booty sauce.
There's similarities. I'm just saying.
But
I
will
start
definitely tune in. I will tune into Davis's Gamma rankings. I will tune in because I support my friend. I will tune in. But good lord.
Yes,
I can save you guys. I can save you guys all the trouble. The booty sauce too. All the movies done. It'll be the shortest ranking video you've ever done, Davis.
I can just imagine Gamera fighting Iris in the third Heisei movie. You ain't so bad. You ain't so bad.
I love that. He just opens up the window. Hey, Paul, your sister's with me.
I love that. Oh, Mark, you're back. Earlier, I was talking about how on one of Jay's Twitch streams, he was talking about when we were talking about who we'd cast for like a TokuTitanCast or NerdCage live movie. I suggested the guy who played Black Manta and Aquaman for you.
Oh,
nice.
I'll take it. Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I love that guy.
By the way, did anybody see the Candyman? Because you're talking about Yahya Abdul-Mateen. Did anyone see the Candyman remake yet?
Yeah.
No, I gotta the original.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is it good? Be honest.
Look at his face. He's like, yeah, I saw it.
I didn't think it was. It was good. It was okay. Was it worth the time? Yes. I didn't think it was as good as the original.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it's kind of a sequel in a way. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
The first one's still disturbing how that ends,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention Virginia Madsen.
I still gotta watch it. The original.
Yeah.
In her prime, she was gorgeous. Just saying.
I saw the original Candyman a really long time ago, and it was on the Sci-Fi Channel back then, and I can't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I would agree with. In the chat, Byron Kingsley said it's more like a drama than a horror film. I'm like, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
it's not quite right. It's not. It's weird. Yeah.
I saw it on an end cap at Walmart yesterday, and I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot that movie came out. So
that was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, like 3 months ago.
It's like, oh, I remember that thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wonderful scene, by the way, but I don't think this would fly today.
Oh, absolutely
Who
not.
would play me in a live action?
Oh, I got one for you, Val. What's her nuts from?
Think so.
The one that's dating Obi-Wan Kenobi from Scott Pilgrim. She was in Birds of Prey. Oh my god, why can't I think of the actress's name?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes, Mary Elizabeth Winstead would play Valerie.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm just saying, so they canceled, Baby It's Cold Outside. They canceled that song. That's why I'm saying, like, in today's world, like, hey, Adrian, please don't go,
Right, and doesn't he like block the door? I was outside, so I didn't see the scene.
Oh, yeah, he puts his hand on the door and says, please don't go.
Yeah, that wouldn't
Creepo.
work.
It was a creepo.
Screw you, Creepo. Yeah, she knew a little something about what was happening.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to put myself on mute real quick while I eat some chips. No one needs to hear me eating.
No.
Are you sure about that?
ASMR from Jay.
What's up?
About now I go.
I said that before.
Dango. I don't think you hear that word anymore.
No.
Oh.
I can't picture anybody else playing Mickey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, thank God Burgess Meredith came along for, like that he was available for this. Cause I like when I think about other actors for that time, like I can't picture anybody else doing it.
I take a look and see if I can find any trivia about anyone else who might have auditioned for Mickey.
All that wood paneling.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of my basement, right? Good Lord, that dark, ugly walnut.
I can't find any other info for who was up for also playing Mickey.
No one else may have auditioned. I mean,
yeah.
So Mark, I always wondered when Mickey says to Rock, "Hey, they're looking for an Apollo or a sparring partner for Apollo Creed." Did he say that out of spite, or did he really think like because he was mad that he's getting the title shot, or did he really thought he was being interviewed for a sparring partner.
I thought about that too. I get the impression that that's what they fed him. That's the information they fed him. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're just springing this on him right now.
Okay. No, that's good because it was never really confirmed, like, at least as far as to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. But then that begs the question, when Mickey shows up at his apartment later, like, hey, like, I heard you got the title shot, like, let me train you. How does he know? Maybe they did tell him.
Mm-hmm. I did find something here. It's not about Mickey, but it's about Polly. Sylvester Stallone himself apparently originally wanted Harvey Keitel to play Polly.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have been good, yeah.
He would have nailed it, yeah.
I found something about Mickey. It said the role of Mickey was initially offered to Lee Strasberg, who was Burt Young's mentor.
Oh, okay. And it makes... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they couldn't afford him, so...
Yeah, so I know a lot of you out there know who Lee Strasberg is, but for those of you who don't, he was like the acting coach to the stars in like the 60s and early 70s. And he was very anti-film. Like he used to try to get a lot of his students to like turn away from trying to do motion pictures and just do like theater and stuff like that. But he trained like Al Pacino, Meryl Streep, like a lot of the greats, De Niro, they all came out of his school. And I think the only film that he actually did, the only major film he actually did was Godfather 2. I think that was the only role that he ever took. But aside from that, he was always like, don't ever do movies.
This is so funny.
Yeah. Oh, hell no, you didn't.
I can cook.
Right, for real, like you insulted me twice.
Right.
We know that already. He lied. Keep in mind, I mean, yes, that's a lot of money today, but back then?
Right.
That would have been like winning the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing, man.
How much did they say again?
I don't remember. Like, I have the sound down. Was it 150,000?
Yeah.
Okay. So to put that into perspective, my parents bought like the house that I grew up in. They bought that house in 1975 for $50,000, and it was a 4-bedroom house. So yeah, 150,000. That was a lot of money back then.
And we can assume that Creed was probably making $3 million a fight at least.
Man.
Which is one of the reasons why, like, Ali couldn't retire, because every fight he was offered was so much money, and Ali was so generous with his money, which is why he stayed in boxing longer than he should have. Damn.
Yeah, I was just looking up an inflation calculator, and they said $150,000 back in '76 would be about $730,000 today.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh.
Ouch.
Hot man.
And he burned through every penny of that.
In less than 6 months.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, the relationship keeps growing as the movie progresses.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I mean, and it seems very organic, right?
Mm-hmm. It seems like that's missing in a lot of movies nowadays, unfortunately.
I think he wrote this script. Jay, you told me this.
3 days.
He wrote this script in 3 days,
3
right?
days.
That's insane.
Wow.
He basically locked himself up in his apartment and just zeroed in.
Just hammered it out. Yeah.
And he said that he was out to just write a love story. He didn't. It had to have boxing in it, yes, but his main focus was to write a love story.
Aww.
And I think Stallone's an underrated writer, underrated director. Like, honestly, next to Clint Eastwood, I think Stallone's the best actor director. Like, as far as doing both simultaneously, I think.
Yeah,
I think between
he's
Stallone
in the
and
conversation
Eastwood,
for sure.
yeah.
I mean, if you think about the fact that he wrote this in 3 days, all the fight choreography for the boxing scenes he did himself.
Yeah.
He didn't direct this, but he directed. Directed the second one, right?
Yeah.
All the other ones.
2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Allison
yeah, because Allison did this one in 5.
Yeah,
5
and then
was
Coogler
terrible,
did
but-
Creed, and then Coogler's best friend.
Yeah,
did,
Capel.
Yes.
Stephen Capel did Creed 2. Yeah.
I love this scene. The whole trainer student dynamic, starts here.
Yeah.
And I love how brutally honest this scene is. Like, he doesn't hold his feelings back.
This is one of my favorite scenes right here from this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out about Mickey. They must have told Mickey, because no one else would have known that. Well, no, I take that back, because it was on the news. That's how I found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that scene.
This is why I want a Mickey prequel. All the stuff he says right here is why I want a prequel.
Exactly right. I can definitely see Norton in it. Like, he's so much older now that I don't know that it would work.
Yeah,
Unless
I'm trying to look at younger pictures of Burgess, and I can't place a face today.
Yeah, that matches it. Yeah, you'd probably have to get an unknown guy or some up and comer that we don't know about.
Mr. Stallone, if you happen to be watching, just put our names in the credits. You don't have to pay us anything. Just put our names in the credit.
Just casting ideas by NerdCage Live.
Yes. I can live with that.
Think about how many ideas he gets pitched for Rocky or Rambo on a daily basis. It's gotta be astronomical.
Like I said, I would love to know what happened in his boxing career, and how he opened the gym. Like, it's, oh my God, the script just writes itself.
Right.
Who trained Mickey? When he said, like, I never had a proper trainer, but he this is, there's so much they could do here. 1920s Philadelphia, or 1920s New York City, whatever.
So Mickey's, I forget the name of the trainer, but Mickey is based off of a real life trainer, and that trainer trained Rocky Marciano. So this scene where he's like looking at the picture of him, that's intentional. That's like that's a means of honoring both of them, both of the real life individuals. I think his real name was Mickey Goldman or something like that.
Oh, it's not actually Gold Mill.
Yeah, 'cause Gold Mills is the character's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's Burgess Meredith with his age or if that's makeup, but he's got cauliflower ears.
Yeah, well, he was a boxer as a young man before he got into movies.
Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what his record was, but yeah, like that's what I was saying. Is like there's a lot of boxers in this franchise. You know, a lot of actors that were boxers at some point. Ironically, Stallone and Weathers were two that weren't. You know,
but you wouldn't know always because how great they portrayed that fight.
So believable,
especially Carl Weathers.
Yeah,
like, Carl Weathers was just naturally athletic freak, and he made the Ali movements so natural.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sad irony behind this scene is like, you know, Mickey just wants to protect him, but he's coming across as like an opportunist. Like, oh, well, you didn't want to help me before.
Now that all of a sudden I got this big fight coming up, now you're coming out of the crawling out of the works to help me. Yeah.
I would have done the same thing. Like, kick rocks.
76 years old, and funny is Stallone just turned 75.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I said, if I am half the shape of Stallone is, like, I would be happy with that.
Yeah,
that's why, him and Schwarzenegger, man, there really are inspirations because we see these, like, superhumans and, like, I want to be like that.
Yeah. At their age, they could probably still
Davis
take a
is
lot
already there. God bless you, Davis. But, like, we look at Stallone, we look at Schwarzenegger, like, I want to be like that.
I was going to say, I bet Stallone and Schwarzenegger, they could probably still take guys half their age in a fight if they tried.
I believe it.
I wouldn't fight them.
Speaking of action stars, earlier I watched the first episode of a Japanese television series called Kage no Gundan, also known as The Shadow Warrior, starring Sonny Chiba.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Sonny Chiba.
Tori Hanzo.
Yep.
Yeah, like
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. I only watched the first episode and I really enjoyed it. I think I might go ahead and watch the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Glenn Taka Glenn Saba, who was one of the stunt actors from Attack on Titan, who I interviewed. He brought it up during the interview, and I decided to check it out recently.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonny Chiba was the man for a while. Like when I was growing up, like he had this series called The Street Fighter. Have you ever heard of it?
I always wanted to watch his Street Fighter movies. I just haven't got the time.
Yeah.
But I did see him in a '60s Japanese film called The Golden Bat, which is an adaptation of perhaps the very first superhero in history.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so the The Golden Bat, it's almost like Japan's answer to '60s Batman. It has a lot of camp to it, but it still has that spirit of the character and just comics at that time.
Right.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
That sounds super familiar, and I'm not sure where I have heard that before. The Golden Bat. I know I haven't seen it, but I know I've heard that name before.
Oh, here comes the
I was going to say, Davis did do a watch party of Golden Bat on his channel a few months ago. That might have been
that's probably
I missed it because we were on Twitch. I missed it that night. But no, that scene, I just love the scene where they show outside the apartment. You can't hear any dialogue, but you see him, hug him and shake his hand. I just like how tastefully that's done. Like you don't know what he's actually saying, but you can kind of figure out just by their, body language.
Yeah, I love scenes like that. Where
here you go, Jay.
That's what I'm saying. Look, see, this is how you really do it. We need 5 more from you. Come on.
That's so.
I have a dozen eggs. I have a dozen eggs. I need to last all week. I will say this though. I will credit eating raw eggs and Carnation Instant Breakfast together before my workout. I've lost, like I said, I'm down to 183. It's helping me lose weight.
It works, man.
And I've been building muscle.
Yeah.
I'm benching 285.
Awesome. That's awesome.
1 rep though. 1 rep. I can't do. I can do 1 rep at 285. The ultimate goal is to get to 300. The fact that I want to be, like I said, benching 300 and weighing 175 is like the ultimate goal.
Cool.
Because Bruce Lee, the man weighed 130 pounds, but he could bench like 400. Like, it was like insane how perfect of a specimen he was. Having that much strength in such a small body,
Yeah. I mean, he trained constantly though. And I think about this now that I'm older. Like, if he had lived, like, what kind of issues would he have had? Like, because his joints would definitely break down. He had back problems because of
he's got an injury he suffered.
Yeah. He had a chronic back issue. I mean, he probably would have had problems with his joints, just like the punishment that he was putting on that small frame, 130 pounds. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
My smallest I've ever been as an adult, I think, is like 154 pounds. And that was pretty small for me.
I always used to wonder how Bruce Lee would do in the UFC if he could have ever competed in it.
I think, I mean, it's hard to say, right? But his whole thing was about like adaptability, like, and just like, he wasn't like most fighters where you just have like a static style or a specialty. Like, he would take beatings and then learn from them. And so, like, he probably would have done all right, I would think.
Yeah.
What's your take, Dion? You're the UFC guy here.
You know what? I would agree. 130 pounds, fast, can strike, can grapple. Yeah.
I mean, he's basically the father of MMA, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that mentality, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I would agree.
And he was a lot more, I think off camera, he's a lot more humble and a lot more open than probably what was portrayed, like most people's idea of Bruce Lee. Like, there's a really famous story about him and Gene LaBelle. And Gene LaBelle like put him on his back like 100 out of 100 times, and rather than to get cocky or whatever, get mad about it, he was like, "Teach me what you did so that I can incorporate it into what I do." And I think that like that's probably what his approach would be if he was alive now, like in mixed martial arts.
He trained with Ali too, because that's where he got the dance movements to keep it light on your toes. He got that from Ali.
Yeah. He trained with a champion fencer also. A lot of his attacks, like a lot of his like forward punches are based off of like thrusts, like in fencing and stuff like that. Like he would watch a lot of that and sort of try to incorporate it.
Also, in Jackie Chan's autobiography, he talked about that Bruce Lee accidentally hit him in the face with a stick. He said it was the hardest hit he ever felt.
Oh, when he was on Enter the Dragon with him. Yeah.
I don't think Jackie, as great as the fighter he was, I don't think he was any Bruce Lee, but I think Jackie was the most toughest among any action star.
No fear. That dude.
Gaps. I love this.
We feel gaps,
Oh, that's an awful thing to say.
Yeah.
The fuck's wrong with you?
You got a big mouth.
Burt Young, that's my guy, man. Let's go over there. It stinks in here.
So I took a course on behavioral neuroscience this semester, and we had a discussion about prosthetics, and we were also talking about their positives and their negatives, and I brought up, have you guys seen Enter the Dragon?
Such an iconic scene.
Yeah. A real life training exercise invented by Joe Frazier.
Oh, Philadelphia, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Man, I recently just rewatched the first Ali Frazier fight. My God. What a spectacular fight that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the first time, it was Ali's first loss. Knocked him down hard, man. Oh, my God.
Was that, correct me if I'm wrong, was that after he had been banned from boxing because he didn't want to go to Vietnam?
Yes.
So he had
Ali
been
lost
banned.
the 3 prime years of his life.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Like, yeah, like he hadn't boxed in like 3 years. So I could see him, I see really anybody in that position losing. Can you imagine like how many fighters he would have devoured if he like hadn't had those 3 years off?
Mm-hmm. But I think his win against Foreman is his signature win.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Because at the time, George Foreman was basically like Mike Tyson or Clubber Lang. Like, he was the one that everybody was afraid of. And he knocked out Joe Frazier, who Ali lost to. Mm-hmm. And Ali still managed to knock him out.
Yeah.
Rope-a-doped him.
The rope-a-dope,
The rope-a-dope. Oh, I'm telling you. Everyone in the stream, do yourselves a favor. Watch When We Were Kings. I'm telling you. It paints the picture perfect. Everything that was going on prior to the fight and the fight. Everything that was going on with the media. Like, oh my God. It's just, if you weren't alive, I mean, obviously I wasn't alive, but this is like the best way to like captures what happened at the time. You know?
Yeah.
No one gave Ali a chance. Women ruin legs.
Yeah.
And that's true. That boxers, that's the thing. When you're training for a fight, you can't be doing that.
Yeah. Women weaken legs.
There, another iconic Mickey line's coming up.
Also, another thing that's cool, if you notice, too, is look how better Rocky moves as a boxer now than he did at the beginning of the movie.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Now he's got some guidance. And I love, like, one of the things that I loved about, like, Creed, like, when Rocky was training Donnie, he was, like, revising, like, all these training techniques. Like, you know, like in Rocky 2, like, when he has him chase the chicken, he brings does the same thing.
Move your little chicken ass.
I really like this girl. Oh, let her train you.
Oh, the Mickey line's coming up later on.
Man, how's he running in All Stars? Like, somebody tell me that.
Yeah.
I can't run in mine.
Such an awesome dog. That's a bull mastiff, right?
Is it?
It looks like it.
You're probably right. I love that dog, man.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they must have named the dog after Dick Butkus, the old football player.
Yeah.
He was a fiend. I mean, Dion, you would know. Chicago Bears.
It's from Chicago, yeah.
Yep. Telling you, everybody wants to be the middle linebacker for the Bears. Brian Urlacher, Mike Singletary. Like, Chicago, as much as I hate the Bears, sorry, Dion, they have a terrific history with the middle linebacker position.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of Dion, Giants versus Bears in a couple weeks. Basically, we need to beat you so we get a better draft pick.
That should be. I mean, I know they've been having some up and down results.
Our Giants. I mean, we lost our cornerback. Our season's been done. I love this scene here. Watch this scene again. Watch Paulie in this scene. It's so funny. Paulie's trying so hard to be on TV. It's so goddamn funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when he photobombs him.
Yes! He photobombs, man. It was a thing. Just watch Paulie. Don't watch anything else. Just watch Paulie this scene.
What about you? So this lady here, she was a real newscaster in Philadelphia at the time. They invited her to come be a part of the movie.
Oh.
Oh, look at that outdated camera.
Oh, yeah.
All right, watch Paulie.
It looks like it looks like the kind of light that you would like a work light that you would use like if you're working on a car or something.
And now watch Duke. Like, Duke genuinely cares about his fighter. He's the only one that's taking the fight seriously.
Right, everybody else is thinking it's a joke.
Also, I love how he's just sitting there with his shirt open like a boss.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
And listen to Apollo fly my barber out to Philly. Like,
right. He's like not even paying attention. He's just like
promoting. You gotta hand it to him. The character, he knows how to make money. He knows how to promote. He knows how to he knows how to maintain an image.
Mm-hmm.
The actor who played Duke, was he in many other significant roles after this?
Yeah, The Shining. Briefly, it was a small role, but he was in The Shining. The scene about, remember the blizzard scene? Where they call they made the emergency phone call?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I thought you were talking about Scatman Crothers' role in that movie. I was like, no, that's Scatman Crothers.
Tony Burton passed away recently. In 2016.
Was it like 20? Yeah, I was going to say 2016. It was like right before the first Creed movie came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, right after.
Was it right after?
Yeah.
Oh, because he must have been sick or something.
No, and like I said, he lived out his life in Virginia, but he was really he served the community like his whole after he was done with Rocky, he served his community out there in Virginia.
Yeah.
He was a local hero.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a charitable person, and
turned his life completely around because he was young. I forget what he went to jail for, but he was in prison and he learned how to box in prison, and they had an actor's workshop, and he became an actor as a means of just rehabilitation. This probably never would have happened if he hadn't gone to jail. But yeah, this whole experience helped him turn his life around. And then after that, everything that you just said. Like he just like became like a pillar in his community, did all this stuff. He was awesome.
he he used to speak to the black youth and all that. Like he was really like Talk about a life well lived. Oh, this scene breaks my heart. It really does. Very powerful. This is probably the most powerful scene of the movie.
Tony Burton was in House Party too.
Was he? I never saw House Party. So. I don't think. I saw the first one.
I guess his first movie was Assault on Precinct 13, the first one.
Yeah. John Carpenter.
Like, what the hell, man?
What about that?
Man.
Man, he should have won the Oscar this year. He was robbed.
Man.
It's like, you're busted.
Oh, that is so fucking awful. Now watch this here with Stallone. He can't hit him. Remember, he's a licensed boxer. He can't hit him. He would be thrown in jail immediately.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately. It's just like I said. It's just amazing. Like, just the minor details are not talked about.
I mean, just the level of showmanship, like not even showmanship, but just that the level of acting that each person is demonstrating in that scene, like without even saying anything, just their reactions to that. It's just so organic and so natural. Yeah. I just can't believe that any of that ever got overlooked. You know? And you're gonna crap thunder.
Yeah, here's the line I thought was coming earlier.
I'm telling you, I love all of Mickey's one-liners, man.
So he had an eye issue before.
It's from
Rocky
the headbutt.
2?
It was the headbutt.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay.
Because, if Creed were to see the scar, he's going to aim at it.
Yeah.
Cut him open.
Yeah, I just remember he had, like, the vision problem in Rocky 2. Yeah. And, like, I don't know, that just made me think, like, oh, did he have it already?
No, it was from the headbutt.
Okay.
Oh my god, this water and tea just shoots right through me. I'll be right back.
He's like, I can't hit you, but this bag can.
I'll punch you through this bag. So when I was little, this theme song used to come on the radio all the time. And it was like a top 40 hit. I had no idea that it was attached to a movie, like for the longest time. Like I didn't know it was like Rocky's theme. I just like, I didn't know what it was called. I was just like, oh, this is a cool song.
Such a great song. By the way, Mark, thank you for on your post earlier today. We put the best score, musicians, for composers for movies.
Yeah.
And you put Bill Conti in there.
You gotta put him in there, man. You gotta have him in the conversation, even though this is probably his best known score. Like just the fact that it's so iconic, like that makes it so you have to have him in the conversation.
It's amazing just the sheer amount of composers that are in movies and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I do listen to this at the gym. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Valerie, too bad you're not on Facebook. You'd have a lot of fun with all the stuff we do on the NerdCage live discussion group.
Yeah, no, I don't do Facebook.
I understand. Facebook is definitely a cesspool.
On Twitter, honestly.
No, we have a Discord. We have it. We just haven't activated it. Like we have a Discord.
Yeah.
We just haven't.
We will though.
We will. Just you gotta understand, juggling all the social media that we have is a full-time job. Adding another one is just gonna.
Yeah.
But we do have a Discord, and we do plan on unleashing it. But right now, the Facebook discussion group is popping, every hour, every day, and it's just
I need to go to the rock.
Derek would be popping all day anyway.
Oh God, the shit that Derek posted today was so funny.
Yeah. He's definitely the mean king in our group.
He's the mean king of the Facebook discussion group, and it's funny because it's all nerd related, and it's fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, everybody's great. I mean, we have great debates. Everybody's friendly. You know what I'm really happy about, Mark? You said from the jump. You said from the jump that you just wanted us to have a community, and we absolutely have one now.
Yeah, that's all I wanted, man. Because, I'm a nerd, but there aren't too many of my IRL friends that are into the stuff that I like.
Yeah.
So I just like to be around people that want to talk about the stuff I want to talk about. You know?
Exactly. And I'm glad, Mark. Again, I'm glad we started this establishment, and then I'm glad that everybody joined in with us, and just the support that we get, and the people reach out to us every day, ask us. I love it. It's escapism. It really is.
Yeah.
This scene. I love about the scene. This was really a mistake. They kept it in the movie. This actually was a mistake, but they kept it in the film.
because they couldn't afford to change it, right?
Yeah.
They're just we gotta live with it.
Yeah, Stallone really did. It's this was generally Stallone saying, "Hey, you screwed up the shorts," and they kept it in the movie, and I'm glad. It works.
Yeah. One of those happy accidents.
Yes. Bob Ross reference.
Yeah.
That was really a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that part was improvised by the promoter there.
Probably, yeah. Doesn't really matter.
You ain't gonna be around 2 rounds anyway.
The short's gonna be red eventually.
Right.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some water.
Dude, I've gone through 4 bottles of water because I'm wearing my super awesome Home Alone sweater So
yeah, is your girlfriend? Woof.
Speaking of Mark, I don't think you were here when I said it. So next year for my birthday, we're watching Home Alone.
Oh, why?
Mark, listen.
We're gonna watch the new one, right?
Mark, my birthday's near Christmas, and I just want to go on about the fan theories that we've talked about.
Right.
On our look back.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun watch
I
along.
kid. I enjoy Home Alone. I joke about that.
And then in 2023, Mark, we're watching Die Hard because of the 35th anniversary.
It was released in July, though. Come on.
But it'll be my birthday. It's my birthday stream for 2023.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Again, now this scene here. Now I remember Brian from Monstrosities was talking about the slow zoom as he's doing his monologue here.
I had to switch chairs to plug my phone into my plug in the wall. Battery life was starting to go down a little.
Yeah.
Your connection's been working out pretty good, Shay. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Credit to Zoom. I mean, Zoom app must be a really good app.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts zooming as soon as he lays down on the bed.
Yeah. I mean, it's a super slow zoom, too, which is like you barely notice it, but you notice it. I like that.
Shots like that helped you to put yourself in the headspace of the character on film well.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It shakes just a little bit.
It was the Mark. It was the editor of the movie that was holding the camera, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot the editor. He won the Oscar. I can't think of the editor's name, but he won the Oscar for best editing. But I think he was also the camera guy.
Right, and that was the only Oscar that it won. Right, it was nominated
won
for
three.
a bunch.
It won best. Best picture, best editing, and
directing.
Yes,
did Avildsen win?
Yeah, best director.
Really, he won best director.
Yeah.
Wow.
Best
I didn't
director,
think he
best
won.
film, and best editing. Yep.
Yeah, I knew he was nominated. I didn't think he won it.
It was nominated for every category. Like, Stallone was nominated. Talia Shire was nominated. Burt Young was. Burgess Meredith were all nominated. None of them won. Bill Conti for best score didn't win. Which is a travesty.
Yeah, that it's unusual for best director to not for a film to win best director but not best picture. Usually those two things go together. So I don't know how many other times that it's happened like that where best director wins but not best picture.
Hey,
what is that?
Derek, the meme king. If you want to get your movie queued up, we're 1 hour and 40 minutes into it, right before the fight.
Oh, sweet. Derek might join in.
All right. What's up, Derek? Byron Kingsley says the new Home Alone is booty sauce.
I didn't even need to see it. I didn't even need to see it, and I knew it was worst movie of 2021.
I don't know. Is it worse than Halloween Kills? Like,
it's gotta be.
Oh my god.
I liked Halloween Kills. Okay, I don't. Yes.
Oh wow. Sorry.
So did Wild Gun.
I didn't like that one.
That's fine. Jay always craps on GVK too. So
I know. I'm sorry, Val.
No, yeah, he hates everything that I like. You know what I mean? So I'm used to taking those shots too. Like, I'll freely admit, I'm probably the only person here.
The MCU. I feel differently about the MCU as you do. That's all. And I'm a Snyder head. I know you're not a Snyder head.
Yeah, we butt heads that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like some of the DCU stuff, but I just don't really like most.
I don't get mad about it.
No,
I mean, I'm the only one here that's an Arrowverse guy. So
what's that?
I said I think I'm the only one here that's an Arrowverse guy. So
yeah, I used to love the Arrowverse. Like those first few seasons of Arrow were amazing. I loved that, and then season 1 and 2 of The Flash I loved. And there's just something along the way. Something happened. I was just like, I don't know, not into this anymore.
yeah.
Do you still watch those shows?
From time to time, not as much as I used to. Every once in a while, I'll try to binge and catch myself up, but it's kind of tough, especially since Supergirl's like done now, and so they're kind of fizzling out.
Yeah, they're phasing all that stuff out.
As far as that Gotham Knights thing goes, all you need is the game. That's it.
Right.
You already have Titans
just give
on
us the
HBO
game.
Max, so what's the point in Gotham Knights on that?
Right. Now, if they were to make a feature, like if they were going to do like a full blown like Snyder,
like a film or something.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that outfit he wears.
Well, Mark, you were alive at the time. You told me like the whole bicentennial thing was out.
It was a thing. Like I was only 5 when this came out, but one thing that I do remember was that like the spirit of 76 was everywhere. Like every advertiser was advertising it. Like people were purposely wearing red, white, and blue everywhere they went. Like it was a vibe. Like it was a whole thing. And this movie kind of does a good job of capturing a lot of that.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Derek in the chat says, just made out of LA traffic screaming, get out of my way, it's Jay's birthday.
Derek, you are the man. Thank you.
He's the man, dude.
And Mark, again, first and foremost, thank you to everybody who posted on my wall. But Mark, thank you for that very kind post on the discussion group. It made my day.
Of course, man.
It was
it's all true.
Yesterday was just another day to me because my birthday's on a Wednesday. I lost my grandmother this year, and all my family in Long Island, they all have COVID. I can't go see them, so I live alone now. I broke up with my girlfriend a couple of years ago. I live alone, so it was nice seeing all the birthday wishes today. I took yesterday like it was another day, but the birthday wishes brightened my day, especially your postmark. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. And here we are. We're getting together here. We're watching this great movie, having these great laughs. You know what I mean?
Yes. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Whether if you're on screen or in the chat, thank you. Like, hanging out with me, watching my favorite movie, this means the world to me. Thank you, everybody. And, like I said, I definitely want to do Home Alone next year. And I promise you guys, 2022 is going to be a special year for NerdCage Live. Mark and I are already planning what we want to do, and there's a lot to look forward to. There he is, Joe Frazier.
A lot of,
But it's the best is yet to come. I'll leave it at that. The best is yet to come, and we do this because of you guys. You guys give us the means to keep this going.
You next, Joe? That was so Ali. Like when he did that. You next, Joe?
Have you said that to this Joe a few times, Jay?
I can vouch for that. Yes, he has.
Oh, Mark, you like the EKF shirt?
I haven't opened it yet. Like I was gonna wait till Christmas so I have some stuff to open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But thank you for sending that. That was awesome.
Yeah, well, like I said, I want to do something nice for you, and also I want to support our good friend of the channel, Anthony Marquez, a.k.a. Kung Lao.
Of course.
So,
for me, it's kind of crazy watching this thinking, wow, I weigh just as much as Stallone in this scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, So I'm bulking now, but at the end of my cut, I was 190.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm now up to 195.
Mm-hmm.
You went from middle linebacker to wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was 240 a year ago, and now I'm 183.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Man. That's great.
Congrats.
Yeah. Has not been easy. It's honestly, it's more mental than physical. To like see like food that you want to eat, and you gotta remind yourself like no, like resist the temptation. That's the hardest part.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like I can get off the couch and go to the gym and lift and run, do stairs, whatever. It's the hardest part is dieting. Like that's so hard. Dieting's the hardest fucking part.
Yeah, mental toughness. That's like the hardest part for sure.
For me, obviously I'm a college student. For me, it's the recovery aspect of it. Just trying to get good enough sleep. When I got a bunch of stuff to do, it's definitely a bit tough.
Yeah. I love the sound design of this scene. You hear the crowd, you hear the announcer, you hear the punches being thrown and landed. Obviously, you see Creed just toying with him.
Every piece of this fight was actually written out in a script at the insistence of John Avildsen, who had never seen a fight in his life. He'd never watched a fight, and so he didn't understand the mechanics of it.
The champ is down!
Oh, wow.
Got him with that uppercut.
Never been down in his career.
It didn't take much.
I was going to say.
Yeah, like usually when it comes to fight scenes, the screenwriters normally don't do that. It's usually the choreographers and the director working together to plan all that stuff out. And when I did Null, my short film that I did back in the spring, me and my friend Ethan, we actually wrote out how the fights would go because he had experience in karate and taekwondo. I have experience in wrestling and of course some boxing on the side.
Right. So you actually wrote out like your fight scenes, like literally wrote them out, or like was it like a general?
Yeah. Okay. So for all of them, we wrote out, So there were two fight scenes we wrote. One we stuck super close to the script. The other we had to improvise a little to accommodate for the space we were using.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely a very, very interesting process.
Yeah.
And I was also not aware that didn't have to do that.
Your nose is broken. Remember earlier in the film he says no one's never broken his nose. One round with the champ of the world and his nose is broken.
I like Byron's comment in here. It says, boxing in a nutshell, people punching each other while jumping up and down.
Not wrong.
But like honestly though, it's fun writing fight scenes. Like as long as you know what you're doing and you have a clear picture in mind as to what's going on, it's really nice just kind of putting it all together. Now, and I'm not saying that I've written a song, but I would imagine that's how it's like writing a song because there's always like a natural flow, like a sort of rhythm to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
To see all the pieces come together at the end is something nice, you know?
Right, yeah, you're sort of sculpting it out, in real time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a capoeira movie one time called Only the Strong, and the fight choreographer there, he just really like those scenes weren't planned out at all. Like they were pretty much all just done on the fly. Like right before we do a take, it'd just be like, okay, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. And then we try it. And then if it didn't work, then it'd be like, okay, do this instead. It was just all not planned out.
Was that the one you did with Master Woods?
Yeah, Dwight Woods was in it, Mark Dacascos, Paco Prieto. Like there was a lot of like actual martial artists from that era in that movie. Amain Santo was in it, who's like a big capoeira master.
Also, I love Bill Conti's piece of music right here. I believe this track is called what the hell was the name of the track? I can look it up. The track was called Conquest. This track you're hearing right now is called Conquest. I love how this is synced up with the scene so beautifully. The tension and the build-up leading to that knockdown. This is the best part of the movie. This is the best part of the whole movie right here. It defines every character in one scene. Just telling them to stay down.
Stay down.
Like, he can't stand seeing him getting beaten up anymore. But Rocky, being the relentless, with the heart that he's got to keep going, to go the distance.
And then you see Apollo's face, like he thinks he's won, and then he looks, he sees Rocky stand back up. He's like, what?
Because he gave him his best shot. And then Adrian shows up right before right when you think they're going to say 10, she shows up right there at the 9 count. Like, this scene's perfect. This defines the whole franchise right here. And he sticks to the fight plan, the body, no matter what. Because when you got to fight a fighter that's tall and that's got speed, get inside, put money in the bank, hit him in the ribs, hit him in the body.
Oh, yeah.
To slow down the speedster.
Absolutely.
And then listen to the corners right here.
Cut me, Mick.
Don't stop nothing.
I remember there was an old boxing video game way back in the day, Ready to Rumble, and there was a commercial that had something saying,
I love that game.
Yeah.
But nothing will ever beat Fight Night Round 3.
Yeah.
Fight Night,
There's
the Fight Night games were the
Rocky
best.
game on PS2 that I have.
What was that?
There's Rocky on the PlayStation 2. I have that one.
Fun fact, I actually ripped some of the music from that game, Valerie, for the Rocky Countdown video.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
No copyright. We didn't get no copyright strike in the Rocky Countdown video because I used video game music and non-copyright stuff I found on what's that website called?
Artist.io?
No. It was Epidemic Sound.
Okay.
Speaking of, I gotta cancel that account because they're gonna charge my card like next week, so I gotta cancel that. And then Saved by the Bell.
There's gonna be no rematch.
I can agree that Creed won the fight, but I definitely understand why it was a split decision. Creed obviously landed more punches and more knockdowns.
Right.
But you can also make the argument that Rocky landed the more effective punches. So that's why I can understand why there was a split decision.
Right.
On top of that, they're in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So you got to think that the judges could be a little biased towards their hometown hero.
Of course, yeah.
Right. And he doesn't give no crap about getting interviewed. All he wants is Adrian.
Exactly. Also, I love this part. When Adrian comes in, listen to Rocky. The first thing he says to her, just listen.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Where's your hat? Where's your hat? Then I love you. Okay. It's a perfect movie. Okay, this is a 10 out of 10.
That was great.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So, again, thank you for everybody that came in tonight. Mark and I will kind of like say what we have in the works right now, but let's go around in the circle first, starting with Dion. Go ahead, plug yourself in, and any projects you got coming up, plug yourself in and all that good stuff.
Yeah, now's not really the time for that. Oh, no, I guess it is. Okay, fine. Dion, I do Off the Beaten Podcast, www.offthebeatenpodcast.com. Check it out. It's a good conversation. And, yeah.
All right, Dion, thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Again, 35 never felt better. Davis, TitanGoji Below of the TokuTitanCast. Plug away, and remember, all the links are in the description below.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello. I'm Davis Below, also known as TitanGoji. I do reviews on numerous tokusatsu and anime works. We recently did a charity stream for Thankmas. We raised $755 for the homeless while watching some Godzilla movies. And I also recently uploaded a compilation of my Toho Henshin Human reviews, just for the sake of convenience. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Sean of Shots of Japanese Cinema for helping edit my next video, which is Christmas themed. Christmas kaiju themed, I should add. So look forward to that.
Interesting.
Excellent. Shay Smithers, the GojiraShay. Go ahead, man. Where can people find you? And again, thank you for coming in, spending your Thursday night with us. Means the world to me. Thank you.
Well, it blows me away that you even invited me for this. But anyway, yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Not real active on there, but yeah, and also on TikTok.
Yes, again, thank you very much. And of course, we love the stuff that you post on the discussion group and everything. And like I said, thank you for being such a wonderful supporter to all of our channels, really. But I appreciate you. You're always here. You're on all the Twitch streams. You're on every live stream. We appreciate the support. Honestly, God, it means the world to us. Thank you for being such a great supporter to us. You're not just a supporter, you're a friend. Thank you, man.
Thanks. I hope I can join your channels again, but more often now.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you back on. Valerie, again, thank you for coming on. It's always fun. Thank you for being such a great supporter. It's always fun having you here and of course on TokuTitanCast. But go ahead, where can people find you?
All right. Well, happy birthday again. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at ValerieGothic. The only thing I ask just be 18 and over. That's just my main rule. And you can finally catch me on most of the Toku Titan not podcasts, but live streams. That's where I mostly am, and then Davis's Discord. So, yeah.
Yes. And again, thank you for coming on here tonight. It was awesome having you on. Thank you for popping in on the Twitch streams and on our YouTube stream. Thank you. I see you comment on our videos too. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on here. We'd love to have you back. Joe, Fall One Gaming. Tell me what we got going on.
All right. Well, we're not going to be doing anything tomorrow.
On Tuesday.
But Tuesday, we are back to Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks Round 3.
Yes. Yes. So every Tuesday we're playing Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It's been an absolute blast. Ever since we started playing Shaolin Monks, our Twitch we jumped 8 subscribers. We jumped 8 subscribers since we started playing Shaolin Monks. So obviously, just shows you that we got Mortal Kombat supporters strong. So again, Joe, thanks for being our moderator, our troll hammer. And of course, thank you for the one video that we have in the works right now, which I'm not going to announce right now. But just keep an eye out, and of course, Joe will be part of our spoiler stream on Monday. Speaking of spoiler stream, Mark, go ahead, tell them what we got going on Monday.
Yeah, so this week has been sort of our all things Marvel sort of review week. So of course, Spider-Man No Way Home was sort of technically released today. Jay and I watched a little earlier, so we'll be doing an open spoiler discussion Monday night at 8 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That gives everybody plenty of time over the weekend to watch it. And then we'll get together, talk about it, say what we liked, say what we didn't like, what we expected, what could have been better about it, whatever. In addition to that, I'm actually going to be doing another video with Wild Band on the Hawkeye series. Episode 5 this week was amazing. Like, if you are not watching this show right now, get on it immediately. There's some pivotal MCU things that are happening right now. I'm not giving any spoilers, but episode 5 is a turning point, not only in the series, but in the MCU as a whole. I highly recommend watching it. And then there is a sort of secret video in the works. I'm not going to say what it is until it's completed, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit the deadline. I want to have it ready by next Thursday. But just in case I don't, I'm not going to say anything until we have it ready to go. Yeah, it'll be the last video that we drop for the year. And I guess one more thing that I can plug in is if you're subscribed to the channel, you know it's there. And if you're on the Facebook discussion group, you know it's there. But there will be no live stream next Thursday. We're taking Thursday off for Christmas. Again, Monday we'll be here for the spoiler stream. But the following Thursday, which is the 30th of December, the last live stream of 2021, will be the Matrix Resurrections watch party. I'm absolutely stoked for that. It'll be the last watch party of the year for obvious reasons. Not only that, but it's the last dual release from Warner Brothers and HBO Max. So, very much looking forward to watching one last brand spanking new movie with NerdCage Nation. I'm absolutely excited for it. I'm gonna go see it in theaters and IMAX first, but I'm low key more excited for the watch party because, dude, NerdCage watch party is where it's at, and
right.
So yeah,
Exactly.
so just mark your calendars. I highly recommend you watch The Matrix Resurrections first, and then watch it with us, because we'll be talking over it, obviously. So plan on seeing The Matrix movie the week it comes out, and then the following week will be the watch party. So we're going to be doing the watch party 1 week after the movie's release. It'll be the last stream and watch party of 2021. So we're very much looking forward to banging out one last awesome watch party, one last brand spanking new movie, and come on. It's a science fiction video game movie, best way. It's perfect for NerdCage Live. So yeah, that's what we got planned for the rest of the year. I mean, the rest of the year is basically in the books, and I'm already plotting for January and February. So stay tuned. Again, thank you for everyone that wished me happy birthday, everyone who came in here to hang out. Again, next year, I'd love to do Home Alone as like a birthday / Christmas thing with everybody. But yeah, thanks so much to everybody, to Mark for being such a great friend and wonderful host and wonderful boss and helping me with this establishment. Joe, you already know, you're the troll hammer. You're one of my dearest, longest friends as well, and you're the greatest Twitch partner to have here on the couch. Just saying. I wouldn't want anybody on the couch next to me but you, Joe, playing video games with. I feel like I'm a kid again. I feel like a kid again, in my mom's basement playing video games. It's a great feeling. Dion McGill, you're basically like our third member, like one of our first collaborators. Thank you for being you and for being awesome. And yes, we always love having you on here. And man, I cannot wait to Boys Season 3 so we can rip that apart when that comes out with you.
Absolutely.
Davis, thank you for always having me on your streams again.
Of course.
One of the things I'm going to be most proud of, one of the things I'm most proud of I've ever did was raising that money with you. Like, I can die with a clean conscience. The fact that we raised $755 together, like, I'm like, my mind's blown that you and I were able to do that.
Oh yeah,
Valerie, Valerie, you were with
thank
us.
you so much for that.
Like, seriously.
Paul just showed up.
Welcome aboard, Cole. But yeah, Cole was with us too. Cole and Valerie. Like, seriously, we raised all that money together. Like, yeah, I'm super proud of it. And thanks, because of you, Davis, we're gonna do a charity stream of our own next year, and I cannot wait because it's gonna be torture, but it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be high.
Yes, absolutely. GojiraShay, dude. Again, thanks for being an awesome supporter, but I look at you as my friend. Same with you, Valerie. Thanks for being an awesome supporter, but you guys are friends. Thank you for supporting our channel. Thanks for hanging out with me on basically what is my birthday stream. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat, including Cole, who came in late. Byron Kingsley, thank you. But yes, everybody, if you haven't already, the Facebook discussion group, please, link in the description below. Please join the Facebook discussion group. It's popping every day, and I really feel like it's a fun place to be, and it absolutely reflects what the channel is about. And I really love our discussion group and our community. I am super grateful for it every day. That's pretty much all I got. Unless anything anybody wants to add before we call it a night here. All right. So, as always, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell, and spread that shit like civil. So I say, from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, Louisville, Kentucky, Chicago, Illinois, and whatever else in Illinois, and Dallas, Texas, to all our friends and fans around the world at NerdCage Live, Off the Beaten Podcast, Fallen One Gaming, GojiraShay, ValerieGothic, TokuTitanCast. As always, enjoy life, stay safe, happy holidays, and remember, Die Hard is, in fact, a Christmas movie. Thank you, and good night.
It's not a Christmas movie. Sayonara.
Bye.
Take it easy, y'all.
Oh, man.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live. Ooh.
trying to get out of the NerdCage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!